performing a chignon and walking you through how to perform it on fine, dense hair. First thing I do with her hair is I prep it. So I went through and I already did a really nice subtle wave to it, so it was soft and loose, but so it gave it a smooth performance. The first product I'm going to use is Light Elements. It's the smoothing fluid. It's really soft, it's subtle, and it's not going to weigh the hair down. So now that the smoothing fluid is put in your hair and it's brushed through, I'm taking a dense 3-inch subsection in the front of her hair so we can use this to wrap around the back of the chignon when we're done. So now that her hair is separated in the front, so we have those two pieces to pull back and create that nice pretty effect and hide any bobby pins, I'm going to go through and apply Pure Abundance Hair Potion to her scalp and back comb anywhere that I feel necessary. In the crown area of her head, I'm going to take 2-inch subsections and create back combing so she has density to it so it doesn't separate. Now that she has the back combing intact in her hair, I'm going to go through with my brush and comb out any areas that I feel are too heavy or need smoothed out again. Stephanie's hair is more fine, so I'm going to go through with a little bit of air control just to try to keep any flyaways from happening. I'm going to take my clear elastic pony and put it at the bottom, the nape of her neck. So now that she has this low pony intact, I'm going to go through with the back of my back combing comb and pull out any areas that I want to look a little lipped in and texturized. If you feel like you've over volumized or over texturized her hair with the back of your comb, you can go back through with the spine and create smoothness once her hair is in point. Pull Stephanie's hair out. In a smooth motion, put in another hair tie and create a pony where all of her layers happen. Since she has long layers, it's a little easier to be able to hide them so you don't feel like it's in the way. So now I'm going to pull Stephanie's hair up and I'm going to place a bobby pin. There's 2 bobby pins connected and there's 2 clear elastics inside of it. So this is going to create the base, the skeleton of her actual form, so it'll hold it all in place. Since she has that nice back combing in here, it's also going to help hold the bobby pins in place so they don't fall out. So placing one on the left side and the other on the right. If you can go through and overlap the 2 hairpins as well, it'll just help keep it all in place. I'm going to fan out the bottom part of her chignon and pin it from underneath. Now that you're starting to see the chignon form, if you decide you want a more lived-in look, you can pull the chignon out using your fingers or the back spine of your back comb. Once the chignon's in place, I'm going to take the hair in the front and decide if Stephanie wants a look that's more going out, where she has pieces framing her face, or if they're all pulled and hidden. So at this point, if you wanted to create a design with your hairpins, or just a smooth look, you can go in and perform that. I'm going to smooth her hair out again since she wants a cleaner look, and I'm going to use a little bit of air control to help with any flyaways. Make sure not to spray your air control too close to the guest's face or their hair. It'll cause creases in their hair, which will make it look like it has hairspray in it. So now that her hair is pulled around, I'm going to overlap it underneath at the nape of her neck and pin it under to hide underneath the chignon. Don't worry about these pieces falling out. We're going to hide them in the creases of the chignon. So now I have the 2 pieces of hair that are outside of the chignon that I want to hide. Taking these, you're going to stuff them right in between the chignon in the opening on the right and left side, and then make sure that you can pin around it. Make sure that you're using hairpins so it's holding the hair tightly in place. and is secure for the rest of the night. Now that the chignon's in place, I can go through and pull out any areas where I want it to look nice and texturized, lived in, or make it really sleek with a boar bristle brush. So since we're going for a nice casual look, I'm gonna go through and spray it with air control again. Smooth out any flyaways. And use the back of my backcombing brush to pull out any areas that I think still could look nice and lived in. This is a modern take on a classic chignon. If Stephanie came to me and she had finer or thinner hair, I could go through and add a clip and extension to the base of her neck and create width and density using that extension and clipping the hair back. If she came to me and wanted a more lived-in look, I could always go back through with my backcombing brush and create more movement, and vice versa. If she wanted a really styled, chic look, I could go through and clean it really well. And again, I can use the spine of my comb to smooth out any areas I feel like are too messy. With Stephanie, since she had fine hair, I went through with air control. If she had denser or heavier hair, I could go through with control force and use that to clean it up.